大家好，歡迎嚟到東廚房，我係東東。Today we are going to make steamed whole fish with ginger and scallion. I was craving steamed fish, so this is what I got from the lake.
Mama, I thought you just went to Costco.
Shh. A live, fresh, flaky white fish is ideal for Chinese steamed fish. For those who don't have access to live fish, try to double-check the pack day and clear, firm eyes for freshness. 鱸魚 sea bass is our favorite whenever we can get one. Here I have a 1-pound Branzino fish that is very similar in texture and flavor to sea bass. It was previously cleaned and scaled. There is a membrane at the spine area. Cut it open and squeeze the blood out. This is the source of the fishy smell. Check the head, gills, and remove them if it hasn't already. I hate biting into scale when I eat my fish. I would use the back of the knife or a spoon to get rid of the remaining scale. Areas behind the fish head and fins are often missed. Remove some fins if you like. Make 2 cuts next to the spine bone in the cavity. Set the fish up for a better presentation. This will also prevent you from having to flip your fish. It is a Chinese superstition belief that flipping over the fish will bring bad luck. As in China, a fish symbolizes a boat, if flip means capsizing or even worse, bellied up. Rinse the blood and clean the whole fish thoroughly. Pat dry inside and outside of the fish. Put some skewers, chopsticks, or anything underneath the fish. This will allow the steam to circulate evenly while steaming, so the texture will be consistent. Put few slices of ginger on the fish, set it aside. Cut the white part of the scallion and use the back of the knife to smash it to release the fragrance. Flatten the scallion using the back of the knife. Roll them up tightly and try to julienne them as thin as possible. Then put in cold water. They will turn curved by themselves in a minute. Drain the water right after to keep the fragrance. Peel the ginger by holding the ginger in one hand. Use the thumb holding against the side of your knife to stable and control better. Scraping off the skin with the knife by moving back and forth. You can also use the side of the spoon to do this. To get very thin ginger julienne, curve your fingers and staple the ginger. Slice it very thinly lengthwise by leaning the knife tip a little toward the ginger. Then stack your ginger slices and shingle them. Thinly slice down the row of shingles to make your julienne. For steaming, you can use a wok, steamer, even a pot, as long as your plate fits in the equipment. My steam rack is a bit too high, so I'm using a ceramic sauce plate. Put it upside down in the wok. Fill up the water below the plate. Some people use aluminum foil to create their steam rack. I'm not a big fan of that. I'll explain why later in this video. Now turn the heat to high and allow it to boil. I like to boil the water first before adding the fish in. That way the steaming time would be more accurate. For the sauce, mix in light soy sauce, sugar, and oyster sauce. Give it a try and expect to be a little bit salty because we are gonna add in some liquid. Fry the white part of the scallion and ginger slices to create some fragrance. Add in the sauce, let them blend it together, then discard the aromatics. 好啦，水滾啦。You can see the boiling water is moving the plates around. If you use the aluminum foil, we would have a hard time trying to stabilize it and put the plates on it while the water is boiling. Use chopsticks to push it down and place the plate in the center. Cover the lid and turn the heat to medium-high to steam for about 6 minutes per pound of fish. Yes, you heard it right, medium-high. It doesn't seem to be obvious from the flame here, but I've done it hundreds of times on my regular stove and it turns out great. So you do not have to add more time for steaming. Even you are turning the heat a bit lower because medium-high heat will still keep the water boiling, but this trick will definitely make the fish tender and gives a delicate texture. Cooking time might vary depending on the weight, the thickness of the fish, or your steaming setup, so adjust accordingly. When time is up, if the fish eyes turn white or the chopstick can poke through the fish, your fish is done. People might debate whether to keep the extra water from the plate. By following my methods, the fish shouldn't be fishy at all at this point. I am pouring it out to show you the measurement of the sauce. Mix in 1 to 2 tablespoons of the extra water to the sauce. If you are discarding, use drinking water instead. Remove ginger slices from the fish. Ginger julienne goes on the bottom. Green parts of the scallion goes on top to add more flavor. 靚晒啦. Heat oil to smoking hot, approximately 300 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then pour over the ginger and scallion to release the juice and absorbing into the fish. Add the sauce to the bottom of the plate. Something is missing. 老細整碗白飯嚟啊，唔該. Let's dig in. What is your favorite part of the fish? Is it the cheek? I love the meat right behind the neck and upper backbone area. It has been few minutes since the fish was done. You can still tell the meat is so delicate and tender. Grab some ginger and scallion. Dip in some sauce to eat together. The fish belly is also so smooth, melt in your mouth and satisfying. Alrighty, I hope you enjoy cooking with me. Try my methods at home. Be sure to check the description box for more detailed recipes and tips. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more delicious recipes. 我哋下期再見啦，拜拜。